Hi all, and welcome to my channel, Fred Makes Things, and our first official Friday video for you, voiceover video for you. If you saw my channel plans, you will know that previously, in the last 5 years of my channel, Fridays have always been time lapses. It used to be that my whole channel was time lapses, and I've slowly phased them out, but I really like making them, so I kept them on Fridays. But this last couple of months, this last year, I decided I'm gonna shift all of my time lapses over to shorts, not including a couple leftover bird videos that I want to finish off as like a regular video, and then everything else will be shifted to shorts videos. So we're talking a fabric haul instead today. We're going to do this video in two main parts, well, 3 parts. We'll say 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be talking about Missouri Star Quilt Company, because that's what this pile is here. I've been waiting on this pile for a little bit now. We got it today. So I'll talk Missouri Star Quilt Company first. Then part 2, we're going to be talking Fat Quarter Shop. This is my very first Fat Quarter Shop order ever. And then part 3, we're going to be talking specifically about this stack of fabric. So, yeah, timestamps are on this screen, in the description box, and as chapters. So if there's something that you're really interested in and there's a specific reason you clicked on this video, do feel free to go to the parts that you want to do. Before that though, I do want to say hello to everybody. Hello to the new subscribers, the OGs, anyone in between. Hello to the people who have clicked on this video curious about what I bought at these 2 lovely websites. And hello to everybody else who just happens to be here, lurking, subscribed, what have you. You are all appreciated. You are all welcome. And let me know any of your thoughts down in the comments section. I appreciate kind comments, but you know, I guess all comments work, if so be it. Also, a tiny little bit of housekeeping. If you were hoping for a crochet unboxing today, so was I. The hooks and needles box is somewhere in the ether, I will say. I received a confirmation of the order on the 7th or 8th, like always, like they charge you on the 7th. They sent me like your tracking information will be updated soon. Then they sent that like a day or 2 later. And then on Monday, I want to say, I'm filming this on Wednesday or Friday over the weekend at some point, they emailed me to let me know that my shipping would be delayed, and they took the tracking number away and everything. And then late last night, Tuesday night, I got a updated tracking number, but when I clicked on it today, it wasn't working. So I'm not sure where the hooks and needles box is, but I really, really hope I do get it by Monday. So if you clicked on here for that, just know I'm hoping for Monday. I'll have in the description box for you whether or not I know anything new at the time that this video goes live. So now let's get into the videos. So we're going to do part 1, Missouri Star Quilt Company. I order from Missouri Star a lot. I make a couple of orders a year usually. I got all of my fabric for my temperature quilts from Missouri Star last year's and this year's, and then also some just other fun stuff as we go along. Not this year's. 2023's and 2024's fabric came from Missouri Star Quilt Company. I really love that fabric. Here's a photo of, I don't know, something to show you the colors and stuff that I have. I got the backing fabric for them too. And then this year, like in December, when I went to go get more fabric because I ran out of fabric for one of my colors, the line that I was using was completely discontinued, which makes sense. It's an older line. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I kind of sat on it wondering, figured that out. You'll learn more about that in my quilt update video in a couple of weeks. But I needed backing fabric. And so I ordered another order from Missouri's Fair Quilt Company. And of course, as I was getting backing fabric, I had to get a bunch of other fabric too. So this is the backing fabric. We'll take a quick look at that first. I got 3 yards of wide backing fabric for that, but this was my goal, and these were the extras. So you've been staring at a beautiful green palette of colors. This was $1, so I had to buy it. It's the January 2025 color palette with charm squares, and I really liked it, and I have a plan for a quilt that uses charm squares. So I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be cool to have like a charm pack that I could work off of instead of having to cut a whole bunch of 5-inch squares. So I got this, and like I said, it was on sale for $1, so I really couldn't turn it up. Like, look, those are such pretty greens too. Not really the greens that I gravitate to, but so pretty. And then I got a ½ yard in this Kona Cotton and Everglade. There's probably one of these greens in here. Maybe not. No, these are more yellowy greens. But anyway, I was experimenting with something else, and this color came across my caught my attention. It's like a it has quite a bit of blue in it. I want to say it probably matches my walls in my sewing area upstairs, or it's close to, because I think my wall upstairs is called Everglade as well. But it's just a solid ½ yard cut of this really beautiful blue-green fabric. Yeah, my walls upstairs are a lot darker, but I had to see what it looked like in real life, and I'm very happy to have it. I have no plans for it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I'm happy to have it. And then we got some Tula Pink. I got a yard of this. Tula Pink's True Colors in Fairy Dust White yardage. They had like a bright white and a creamy white, and when I finally made the order, the bright white was gone. But I got this beautiful creamy white. There is a plan for this. Look, the Everglade looks pretty with that. See, plans are coming together. And then in my channel plans, you all said there's no such thing as too much cat content. So boom, 2 cat quilts. We've got Calico Cats for 5-inch squares, and we have Pins and Paws for 10-inch squares. They make quilts about the same size, 68 by 77, 68 by 75. And what I thought I would do is kind of see how they work out together, kind of play around. These make 9.5-inch blocks. These make 9.5-inch blocks, 9.5 by 14, 9.5. So yeah, very similar, but they looked a little bit different, and they were also on sale, so I thought I'd pick these up too, and I'm excited for those. See, I thought that maybe even these would look cool together, but I don't know. I don't know. And then this here was the reason that I ordered from them. Like I said, 3 yards. This is Stonehenge Solstice Ombre Twilight. 3 yards in 108-inch backing. And there was 2 choices. There was this like darker version and one that was a little bit lighter, but this one was, I think, $2 less or $4 less a yard, something like that. And so I decided to go with this one instead. It's pretty dark, but I think that it has enough of like the purple tones that I have in my quilt, right, and some of the blue tones that I have in my quilt, that I thought that this would probably work quite well. I'll lay it out on my kitchen floor so you can kind of see all of the colors together. But yeah, right, like they've got this darker purple, they've got this lighter purple, the blues. So I think that this will look really nice as the backing for this year's temperature quilt. If you want to see the two of them together, check out my video in not this next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Date is on the screen for you, and you can see how I lay them together and see how they work before I send them off to the long armor. But I don't know, I thought that it was really, really pretty, and I got 3 yards. I don't need 3 yards, but it's always nice to have extra fabric of fabrics that you like, so I thought I'd try that out. So that is what I picked up from Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's a small haul, but I needed this and I wanted these. And like I said, plans for this, possible plans for this, future plans for these, and this I just wanted to see. So now let's go to the Fat Quarter Shop. Now I only have 3 things from Fat Quarter Shop, but they're fun. So first off is I ordered more Tula Pink. Apparently it's packaged with care. This is I've been following Fat Quarter Shop for a very long time, but this was my very first order that I got from them. It's funny, on my channel plans video I said I don't know what I'm doing for next year's temperature quilt, and then I was kind of not sure where I wanted to go with it, and one of my subscribers reminded me that Fat Quarter Shop indeed sells fabric. Shocking. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go check them out, and that's how we got to that. But they had some fun things, so I ordered some of the Tula Pink in the one of the more recent collections, Tabby Road. I got this fabric over the summer too, in a 1/2 yard cut, but I really loved it. I used it up. I didn't use it up, but I used quite a bit of it. So I decided to pick up some more of it. I'll eventually probably end up picking all of the cats up, but I've got this one now. I believe it's a yard. Yeah, it's a yard, and I paid $12.98 for it. So excited to have that. Then I got this here, and this was like a mystery bundle. So it's called the Fat Quarter Bonanza. You get 12 fat quarters for $32, which is a bit steep, I think. And this is what it came in. We have some burgundy, some wines, and some cream tones. Right, you get 12 colors. 9, 10, 11, what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I have to open it up to see the 12th. Now, these are not my colors. These are not colors that I would normally gravitate to. Not colors that I would normally choose. Oh, these two are different, but they look really, really nice together. Like really nice together. So we've got how does that work? So we have a few different colorways and a few different fat quarters. You can tell they're all from the same fabric line. Look, oh, they're so nicely folded. I don't want to mess with them too much, but let's see what we can do. We've got like this deeper burgundy wine tone. then this is more of a true wine shade. And then we have like a lighter kind of desaturated rusty red. Another one. Ooh, that's pretty. More red. And then we have some beiges to go along with it. Tans, beiges. So yeah, very pretty colors, like a very pretty color scheme. Not my usual kinds of tones that I work with, but quite pretty nonetheless. This actually reminds me of something that Liz got over on her channel from one of her Advent box projects. So super pretty. You'll have to come back and see what I end up doing with these. I'm going to keep them together, right? Whatever I make, they're going to hang out together. And right, it'll be some sort of quilt, I'm sure. But I was curious about what the fat quarter bundle was like, so I wanted to take a look at it. And then finally we have this, and this was the main reason that I ordered from Missouri Star Quilt Company. This is called Twinkle from Laundry Basket Quilts for Andover Fabrics, and it's a half-yard bundle, and I believe there's 24 colors in here, and this is what this year's temperature quilt is going to be made out of. This I paid $160.98 for it. Which is it's just painful to say, but I will say there's like a lot of colors in here. I'm gonna have to reorder a couple more of these colors, but the collection is pretty popular, and I'm pretty sure I can find replacement colors if need be. And right, I have a rewards, a credit card. I put everything on the credit card, pay it off every single month. And so I'm going to use some of my rewards money that I hoard and use it to pay off this fabric haul, because $160 is a hard pill to swallow. So now let's get into part 3, looking at these fabrics specifically for the temperature quilt. So look at those. Wouldn't that be an interesting family to go into? As I have said before, and if you have been on my channel for any amount of time, you know that I am ridiculously drawn to jewel tones and to like neon, really bright colors. And for this year's temperature quilt, I wanted to kind of think outside of the box, but I didn't know where I was going, and every kind of fabric collection that I looked at always made me lean towards the jewel tones. So when I was over on Fat Quarter Shop, I decided to take a look at their bundles to see what they had, to try to maybe pull me away from my inclination. And this and another one popped up for me, and talking to my cousin, she helped me pick this one. So like, look at how pretty that rainbow is, right? Now we're not going to do the creamy white as anything. We're not going to do, well, that's more of a navy, but we're not going to do that. Those two colors do not exist in my world, because I use these two shades, these two tones usually as my most extremes. Like if I get above 35 degrees Celsius or below minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 20 degrees Celsius, these colors pop up. But where I live in Connecticut, my color range is usually about minus 10 to 35 degrees Celsius. And so I have, what's that? I have about a 10 color swing, 12 color swing that we can work with. So I could go into like, stay away from all of the cool blue tones in general. See, those are just so, oh, I don't know what to do. See, like the orange isn't too bad, right? Like our temperature quilt from last year was like a really bright orange. Like this is a gentler orange. So like I wouldn't look like Connecticut is as hot as it can be. But like look at the cool, like the purple tones too. Like there's colors that I'm drawn to, and I'm trying to pull myself away from that. And it's so hard, because if I did a color thing, I would do probably the exact same jewel tone range kind of that I did, right? Icy blues into purples, into pinks, into yellows and oranges, and skipping the greens. This year I think I really want to include the greens. Like the greens on this are so pretty. Like that's really nice. We could go greens too. Like that's a 10 color range. Those two are too similar. Like that's a 10 color range. Do we like something like that? Like it's interesting, some are white stars, right? Some are tonal stars, which I kind of like the mix. So there's something like that, or we could go I like that. Anyway, as you can see, there's lots of choice to play with in these, lots of colors to kind of mess around with. So if you were being like making a deciding person, like if you were the one picking colors, where would you go with this? What colors would you choose? Where would you start? Where would you end? And to give you an idea, my middle color has to be my middle of my range is going to be seen almost throughout the entirety of the quilt. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I made a mess of this, and I don't remember in what order it was sitting in, because I know the purples and the greens weren't touching because they did a rainbow through here. Oh, that's probably what they did. Was it this? No, because those I had to separate out and put in there. I don't know. I don't remember what it looked like. But let's take a quick look at all the colors so you can kind of see them all together, and then I'm going to go, because this video is a lot longer than I thought it would be. So we've got black, and then we got blue. We only have like a couple of blues. Oh, that gray is pretty. So I'm going to play with some of these tones, some of these colors, and then come back at all of you, our post a poll. Actually, the poll is already live. You've probably already seen kind of where my thoughts were going with this, but let me know what colors you think I should work with. Like 24 colors really gives you quite a bit of color selection. So that's Junior. If you see that, my lovely kitten, he has no sense of boundaries. So that's this month's, or the first official Friday video. I don't know. That's my fabric haul. What do we think? Do we like anything? Do we have thoughts for anything? Is there like something like a quilt or something you think would work really well for those? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know what colors you are drawn to the most. Let me know. Any and all thoughts are appreciated. And do think about coming back to see what I do, how this ends up looking with my temperature quilt in a couple of weeks. So that's my fabric hauls. Think about subscribing to see what I end up making with all this stuff. There's a good chance that if you see me unbox it on the channel, it will eventually make its way into a video in the future. So, what do we have coming up? Monday is unknown. Like I said in the beginning, who knows where my crochet box is, but I'm hoping it comes on Monday. That, or I also have a kit knit box somewhere out there in the ether as well. That could surprise me and arrive in time. Who knows? Wednesday is our Sewers Club project review video. I plan on finishing that up today so that I can get that for you next week. Friday is, I believe, one of our last birds time-lapse videos, but I'm not sure. The following Monday is, again, anyone's guess. And then we're getting into our quilt update video. Now, with the quilt update video, I forgot to mention this on my previous videos in this week, but we are reviving updates from the community. So if there's anything that you've made recently over the last couple of months that you want to share with everybody else, feel free to send your photos and a little description and any handles you have that you want people to follow you over to my email address, fredmakesthings@gmail.com. It could be sewing projects, crochet, embroidery, cross stitch, any sort of craft or art that you've created that you're proud of that you want to share. Do feel free to send in an email for that, or just send me an email if you don't want to share it publicly but you want to share it with me. I love seeing what people are working on. So yeah, we'll do that at the end of the video in 2 weeks, I guess. So yeah, think about subscribing if you want to see all of that content that's coming up. Like the video if you like haul videos. I don't do a whole lot of them through the year, but you usually get a couple. And I am going to go. So with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk with you again soon.